Hi students, let's look at this question here, which is on solving linear equations. How do we solve x, right? So let's see for A here. For A, what we're going to do is actually just take 5x plus 2, 3x equals to 1. Now, if you want to solve this linear equation, what you need to do is make x the numerator, because x here is a denominator, right? So you can't sort of like change it to the top. That will be easier. So what I'm saying is if x could be, above, then you could solve it. But now is in the denominator part. So what I would suggest is change it to a single fraction. I think that will be a less confusing part. So multiply with 3, both ends, right? So 5 times 3 will be 15. This will be 3x. And this will be 3x as well. The reason why I multiply with 3x is because this is the lowest common multiple. So x and 3x, the lowest common multiple will be 3x itself. So once this is done, we have 15 plus 2. I think this is pretty okay. 3x equals to 1. Now this one here is important. Just remember, you could cross multiply here. So you could take 1 multiply with 3x, and here you just cross multiply both sides. Or you could just, essentially what we are doing, mathematically speaking, is multiply both sides with 3x. Okay, so if you multiply both sides with 3x, this 3x will cancel with each other, right? And what is left is actually 3x equals to 17, right? And so x will just be 17 over 3, and 17 over 3 is actually 5 over 2/3. Just remember that. In EMath, you need to leave it in proper fraction, okay? So for AMath is fine, but for EMath you can't. So for your calculator, if you're not too sure how to check, you just put divide by 3. So for those of you who are not very familiar with your calculator, usually there's this sign here which you could just shift and put it, and you'll give your proper fraction there. So this is how you do this question here proficiently. Okay, so if you have any question, please let us know. I will check out the comment box now. If you have any, please let us know. And also, yeah, please remember to download the worksheet. I couldn't stress more. Let's look at the subsequent one, which is B. Okay, let's look at B. So for B, what we need is actually solving x. As you could see that the x is like intertwined with other expression there, right, for B. You can see that so here. So they're like all inside here. It's just some gibberish. Same thing. Actually, you could just do the same thing. What I would suggest students to do is actually just make it the same common denominator. So I'm just going to rewrite everything down first before even solve it. So this part here, what we're going to do is just put x minus 14 over 3 minus x minus 3 over 4 equals to 2x plus 1 over 5. Alright, so I think that's pretty okay. Then what we're going to do is actually just multiply this side with 4, multiply this side with 4, multiply this side with 3, multiply this side with 3. Yeah, this is already one fraction on the right hand side, so don't really need to care. A single fraction is good because after which we can do a cross multiplication. So once this is done, this will just be 4x minus 14. This is 12 minus 3. I'm not skipping any step because I think try not to speed up too much to avoid confusion. So this one I'm gonna expand it in. Careful with the expansion. Careful with the expansion. Maybe not. Okay, maybe I shouldn't multiply this in first. So I should make it a common denominator. So I'm going to put this as 12, just common fraction. 4x minus 14 minus 3x minus 3 now. You will understand why I say I didn't want to expand it initially. Because this is where the common pitfall comes in. Usually when students multiply this in, right, they forgot about this negative sign. So try not to be too cavalier with this. So just be very, very careful, especially the negative sign. So multiply this in and multiply this in as well. So just multiply in like that. This case here, 4 times negative 14. So 4 times 14, this would be 56. So this would be 4x times 56. So this is 4x minus 56 minus 3x. So minus x times x will be minus x. Minus 3 times minus 3 is positive 9. So just be mindful. Positive 9. This is 12. And this is 2x. plus 5 or over 5. Just so you know, my way of working is not unique. There are many ways to solve this. Yeah, whichever works for you. So minus 56 plus 9 will be negative 47. 4x minus 3 will be x, so this is 12. So same thing, I'm not going to skip any step here. So now this we go cross multiply, so quickly multiply both sides and like that, and this will be 5x minus 47. 5 multiply with this thing here, and after which you use 12 multiply with 2x plus 1, right? And that's pretty okay. Once you are used to it, it's pretty okay. So this is 12 2x plus 1. Yeah, then same thing. Once it's in the linear side, then it is pretty okay. What we're gonna do is just expand this side. Okay. I'm trying to move as slow as I can, not to. So this is 5x. 5 times negative 47 would just be negative 235 equals to 24x plus 12. Okay. So this will be whoa, this is a bit hard to see. Okay, maybe I'll just put 5x minus 24x. So this bring over will be negative 24x, right? And this will be 12 plus 235. Okay, so I hope I'll get answer. So 5 minus 24, negative 19x. Okay, so 12 plus 235 would be 247. That's pretty okay. So x is 247 divided by minus 19. That would be 13, I believe. Negative 13. Yeah, negative 13. Okay. So this is how you do this question here proficiently. Any question or comments, please do let us know, and keep practicing. I'll see you in the next question. So let's look at the subsequent question, which is our subsequent question 2. All right, man. Question 2. Oh, this looks good. Okay, great. I think question 2 and 3 they are probably easier than the question 1 which we did, right? So let's just do 2. 2 will be here. Let's see. Let's look at this. All right. Any question for me? Let me see. No question. No comments. Okay, man. Okay. Now let's let me see, Now for new students, you all could just download the worksheet, alright, from the website. Please don't feel paiseh to download. Yeah, it's free, honestly. And when you do it, just submit an email, and we won't spam your inbox. That's for sure. There's no essentially what we're gonna do is just remind you that okay, the worksheet is ready. Remind you to come to 4th stream. That's all. All right. Okay, let's look at this question here. See if I can do this properly. Hi students, let's look at this question here, which is to solve a linear equation. I think this is pretty okay. Let's see. This looks a bit difficult at a glance because there are so many things going on, right? So you have x on this side, and after which another x on the other side. I would suggest you just move the x to one side and the non-x, the non-unknown number to the other side. That would be easier. Alright, so what I'm going to do is actually just going to move it to the other. So it's 2x minus 0.25x. So this bring over will be negative 7 over 3x, right? And this minus 2 bring over will be 2/3x, like that. Alright, I think that's pretty okay. Once you do that, it's pretty okay. Okay, great. I think this part, if you have problems, please let me know. So 2 minus 0.25 minus 7 over 3, that will be x. So just key calculator. It will be 2 minus 0.25 minus 7 over 3. Okay, because they never say without the use of calculator. So I presume you can just use this calculator here. So negative 7 over 12x equals to 2 1/3. What you need to do is just x divided by 2 1/3. I think you could change it to a proper fraction. That would be 7 over 3. Okay, so same thing, your calculator could actually change it to 1/3 like that. Change it, and this will be 7 over 3. So divide it with actually you could just multiply lah. So okay, you could just take 7 over 3 divided by negative 7 over 12. Okay, or we could actually cancel the 7. Actually, this is negative 4. So key calculator is negative 4. Yeah, use key calculator here. 7 over 3. This will be negative 7 over 12. That will be negative 4. Alright. I think that's it. This is how you do this question proficiently. Any question or comments, please do let us know. And I'll see you in the next question. Okay. Done with this question. That's good. Let's move on. Move on with our this question 3 here. I think question 3 is pretty okay also. If you're able to do question 1 and 2, I don't see why you have a problem with 3. Alright, so let's see how we can do question number 3. Question 3. Question 3. Let's look at question 3. This is question 3. Okay. Alright, students, let's look at this question here, which is solving linear equation. So let's see how we can solve this proficiently. So for this case here, I think this is a pretty good form because both sides is already fraction. So what we can do is just cross multiply, cross multiplication straight, right? That is pretty good. So here will be x plus 3 over 4 equals to 2x minus 3 over 5. Yeah. And what we're going to do is actually just cross multiply it. So 4 multiplied with 2x minus 3, and this multiply with both sides here. This will just be x plus 3 as well. So I think it's pretty okay. Once done, we're going to be 5 x plus 3 equals to 4 2x minus 3. And once this is done, what we're going to do is just multiply this side, and this will be 5x plus 15, and this will be 4 times 2, which is 8x, minus 3, which is negative 12, right? Then you just bring over to the other side. I think bring x to the other side. This is 5x minus 8x, so I brought the x over. Then 15 brought to the other side will be minus 12 minus 15. So plus 15, you will bring the minus 15 over there. So this is negative 3x. This will be minus 27, right? So negative 27 divided by 3 will be 9. So there will be x equals to negative 27 divided by negative 3. So x is equals to 9. Yeah, so this is how you do this question here proficiently. Any question or comments, please let us know, and I'll see you in the next question. Okay, done. We're done with this question here. So now, same thing for new users out there. If you need to download the worksheet, just click onto the link to the website and just download it. Just give and the worksheet will be sent to you. Let's look at this question here. It's an interesting question. I think should be fine. Not so bad, right? Let me check, Let me check this question here. Okay. This is kind of questions you will see like on a viral post or something. I think, yeah. Actually, let's look at how do we use algebra in a real life application. So you're told that a man is 3 times as old as his son. In 13 years' time, the father will only be twice as old as his son. Right? Find the son's present age. Okay? So 3 times as old as his son in 13 years' time. Okay, great. So this over here would signify at present, right? Like, it only makes sense that this is referring to the present age, right? So for algebra, the main thing is to what you want to solve. Typically, we let it be x, but sometimes it's not that case. But you can, for a start, we usually for set 1 syllabus, what we do is we just let the son's present age, okay, be x. Just try and write something like that. So currently the man is 3 times. So the man's age, right, would be 3 times of the son's age, right? Son's age is 3x, right? Correct. So this is man's age and son age. So in 13 years time, the father will only be twice as old as his son. Okay. So in other words, right? Okay. In 13 years time, we both our age will just add by 13, right? So in 13 years time, man's age will be 3x plus 13, right? Does it make sense? So you take 3x plus 13, and the son's age will be x plus 13. There you go. So this is in 13 years time. So it is given, right, that the father will only be twice. So meaning to say the father's age, which is 3x plus 13, will only be twice, which is twice is 2, as old as his son, which is x plus 13. All right. So what you could write is actually 3x plus 13 equals to, this is the father's age in 13 years time, 2 times x plus 13. Right, so I repeat, because in 13 years time, what will happen is we'll just plus 13 to the age, right? And this statement tells us that the father will only be twice as old as his son. So that's why this is the case where you're looking at. So this will be 3x plus 13, and this will be 2x. You're just going to expand this in. So 2 times 13 will be 26. That's pretty okay. So 3x minus 2x, and this will be 26 minus 13. So this is x, and this is 26 minus 13. So actually the son's present age is, hence son's present age is equals to 13. It's 13 years old. Okay. There you go. Any question or comments, please do let us know. Keep practicing, okay? I'll see you in the next question. Alright, so next part, I think the next question, which will be the last two, I think should be quite fast. This one. Okay, question 5. If you have any question, please let me know. Let me check through the message board. No? Okay, great. Great. Okay, so okay. Let's look at that. Alright, students, let's look at this question here, which is on the application of algebra. Let's see how we can solve this question here proficiently. Yeah, this is a very typical question in exam. Usually they'll ask you to show. So you're given a diagram, a rectangular banner. AB is 9 meters and BC is 12. AHAI, AB, yada is all the same. BM is equal to NC. So that's okay. So just look at the diagram and double check whether it's okay. Okay, great. So write an algebraic expression in terms of x for the shaded area, okay, that can be simplified. Ensure that it can be simplified as 6x plus 26. Okay, that's okay. Let's see how we can do that. So AB is 9, BC is 12. AH equals to HI equals to IB. Okay, so meaning to say this is 3 meter, 3 meter, and 3. Right, BM equals to BM. What's BM? BM equals to NC. Okay, so this is a rectangle. BM equals to NC. So in other words, what is BM? We just find out what's our BM first, right? Once we find our BM, we are good. this case here, BM is equals to, this is x, right? Okay, so BM will be 12 minus x divided by 2. Okay, divided will just be putting a divide below, because that is what we are looking for, right? 12 minus x divided. So this is BM. NC will also be this. So this is actually my BM. Okay, great. Shaded area. So shaded area will be shaded area will be area of A, B, C, D minus of, because BM is equal to NC, basically 4 times area of, is basically this, right? This one here, right? This is one is the same rectangle. They all are the same rectangle, so it will just be IBM K. They already have a K there. Area of small rectangle. Okay, so this will be area of ABCD will just be 9 times 12. 4 times small rectangle will be 4 times 3. BM, which is actually 12 minus x over 2. So this area here is actually IB, which is 3 times this, right? So that's pretty okay. So this will be 4, 12 minus x over 2. Did they want to simplify? Simplify, okay, great. So this will be 9 times 12, which is actually 108. And this could be cancelled away. This could be cancelled, so it will be 2. So 2 times 3 will be 6. Right, I think this is pretty okay. Minus 6 times 12 minus x. That is pretty okay. So this would be 6 times 12, which is 72. 108 minus 72 plus 6x. And this would be 6x. 108 minus 72. 36. I like this kind of show question because you know that your answer is correct. Okay, so any question, please let us know. I think these geometry questions should be quite okay. Yeah. Right, let's look at the subsequent part, which is B. Write an expression in terms of x for the unshaded area. Whoa. For the unshaded area, okay, great. So the shaded area is this, right? The unshaded area, we already found the shaded area will be total area minus area, shaded area, right? Isn't that the case? So it should be easier, or actually it could just be this. It will be that the one behind is the same. You don't need to keep rewriting. This is the unshaded area, the one behind here, this one, right? This is the unshaded area. So I think this will be faster. We don't really do that. So unshaded area is this. So it's just 6, 12 minus x. And I'm just gonna, this multiply in will be 72 minus 6x meters square. Yeah, that's the unshaded area. After which we are given C, given that the area is the same as the unshaded area, form an equation in terms of x and hence calculate BM. Okay, that's good. So given that they are the same, so just equate them. What we mean by, so this area here, this is a shaded area, the one that we found in A, and this is the one we found in B, and they are the same. So what we're going to do is actually just put 6x plus 36. So we're going to put like 6x plus 36 equals to 72 minus 6x, right? Because shaded equals unshaded, that's about it. So once you get it, this will be 6x plus 6x equals to 72 minus 36. This will be 12x. 72 minus 36 would be 36. So x will be 36 divided by 12, which is actually equals to 3. Yeah, x equals to 3. Is it 3 meters? Yeah. So calculate the length of BM. You need to find BM. BM is 12 minus x over 2. So this is 12 minus 3 over 2, which is actually 4.5. Is it in meters? Is it meters? Is it? Okay, great. So this is how you do this question here proficiently. Any question or comments, please do let us know. I'll keep practicing and I'll see you in the next question. Okay, let's look at the subsequent part, subsequent question, which is the last question for today. This is question 6. It's pretty, this is what, in class of 40, okay. Okay, let's look at that. Class of 40. Let's see. Alright, so let's look at this question here, which is on the application of algebra in real life. We'll see how we could do this. In a class of 40 students, there are 25 boys and 15 girls. Some girls left the class. Find the number of girls who left the class such that the fraction of remaining girls in the classroom becomes 2 over 7. Okay, great. So let's try and understand what's going on now. We have to look at some girl left the class. This is what you need to find. So I would rather this be my x. Right? So this I'll just let the number of girls left be x. Actually, you could also, that would be the easier one, because then you don't need to worry about, because if you were to let x be the remaining girls, it's going to be very confusing. So I'd rather it be like straight and forward. Some girl left the class and the fraction of the remaining girls become 2 over 7. So let's try and understand the fraction. Fraction, now, some girls, so if x amount of girls left the class, after a girl left, okay, you have number of girls will be, because x amount left, right? So it'll be 50 minus x. Alright, so the fraction of the girl will be 50 minus x over the total. Actually, the boys actually is quite useless in this case. Useless in this case, figuratively, okay? Not like in general. It's useless because we don't need it, but what we need it is the new total number of students. Okay? Number of students would be 40 minus x. Am I right? Because x left. Then this will be the new fraction. New fraction would be 40 minus x over, the new fraction of girls, right? New fraction of girls would be 2 over 7, which is also number of girls, the new number of girls, 50 minus x over 40 minus x. So you must be able to arrive here confidently, okay? And hope that your x is integer value, is a countable value, and that will likely be correct. So it will be 240 multiplied x and 7 times 15 minus x. What did I do there was I just cross multiply it. So 2 times 40 minus x. Now remember, cross multiplication, you can only cross multiply when you have two fractions like that, okay? So then you can cross multiply, but if you can't really do it if you, so in other types of forms. So some careless mistakes students make is they think that they can cross multiply in other conditions, but it's not. You need to have like two fractions on both ends. So this will be 2 times 40, which is 80 minus 2x, and the 7 times 15 would be 105 minus 7x. So minus 7x, bring over, this is minus 2x plus 7x. That will be 105 minus 80. So that's pretty okay. 7 minus 2, which is 5x. This will be 50108 minus 80, which is actually 25. So x is equal to 5. Okay. X, 5 girls left. find the number of people who left. Okay, so 5 girls left. Hence, 5 girls left the class. Okay, so this is how you do this question here proficiently. Any question or comments, please do let us know. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next question. Okay, we have come to the end of our session today. I think that's all right. Yeah, 6 questions. Yeah, like I said, we try and try to see how's the response like. We're likely going to continue this every Friday. So we will be very appreciative if you are able to share with your friends and try the questions beforehand. And I'll see you every Friday. And if the response is good, we're likely gonna double up, which is like twice a week, right? We'll do it like twice a week, and probably we'll lay up a proper curriculum out so that everyone can just learn. The password sheets are also online, so just go and download. The curriculum outline is actually on the website as well, so you can just go and have a look at it. All right. Yeah, that's it for today. Any question or comments, please do text us, WhatsApp us, Facebook message us, email us. See you next week.